Hello everybody, and welcome to the week 12 video. Sorry it's a little late. Sorry everything's been a little screwed up. Sick kids and uh, work and everything. So, you know how it goes. It's just life. But they're still here. This one's much better. And they'll keep getting better because the playoffs are coming up. So there you are, Eric. The dark one, the Bavarian Dunkel. So, no one was able to clinch the playoffs. Week 11, kind of a disaster. Let's just get through it. Here is your Week 11 review. Here's our Week 11 review. The Dingo ate Jay Cutler, or like the Bears took out Jay Cutler, gets a much needed win. Three-time world champion once again cannot get over the hurdle of getting only 2 losses, has to get that third. At least it was a loss where he couldn't do anything about it. JB still leads this series 7-2. The Tin Curtain gets another much needed win. If you're talking about getting the playoffs, like they'd be able to stay in, but you know you want to win now. Versus the Aints, and the Aints going to be playing for the championship this year. Looking like he's going to try to defend his consolation championship. Finally, Eric gets a Monday Night Garbage TV to finally not go 0-3 in Monday Night Football. Bob still leads this series 7-3. Ambulance Bay, which remember like 3 weeks ago was really decimated by injuries, but now for some reason is on a 3-game winning streak. Shellacked. Hashtag Tony Romo's dad van, like shellacked. But kudos to you, Kyle. You were not the biggest shellacked team there was, so you can hang your hat on that. Katie does a solid for her husband by keeping him in the hunt for a first round bye there. Things are certain here. Andy playing for the dumper, Katie beating Kyle. Katie leads the series 8-1. Glorious domination is the other thing that's certain, as Travis now leads the series 10-1, defeating Come At Me Bro, ending Andy's reign to try to get into the championship playoffs. Folks, 10-1. That means there has to be, let's just say they play once. That's 9 years that Andy has to continuously beat Travis to get back to 500. That's 9 years. Travis has a 909 winning percentage. Andy has a .091 losing. So if I was a betting man, which I am, I'm always taking Travis over Andy. Lord of Yan keeps his faint playoff hopes alive, but solidifies him getting a 7th or 8th seed to avoid playing for the dumper over a much easy victory over Suns Out Guns Out. Hun, I love you, but it's true. You are a team that's pretty easy to beat this year. With that loss, it pretty much solidifies that Sam B will be playing for the dumper this year, which is sad because on one end of the bed will be the championship belt, and on the other could very well be the dumper. Epic Tailspin all of a sudden changes her name again and she shows up, defeating the team in the north, whose team is still in the north. Didn't get the call that there was a game going on, because not only did you score the lowest points, they didn't score the highest. So it was probably the biggest beatdown I've seen in a long time. It was fun to watch that all go down. But Dana keeping her playoff hopes alive, while Kara somehow still in the command seat. Glad I only scored 2 touchdowns last week. I hit 3. I got a garbage time touchdown from Marky, but really 3 touchdowns. Never going to win it. But, as we always say, forget the past, time to move on. We're going to look at playoff scenarios. Because here's the thing. Going into week 12, we could possibly solidify all playoffs. And then next week really just be about seeding and positioning. So there's a great opportunity for people to get the opportunity to come after me. Come after the three-time, back-to-back champion. Woo! Like, see folks, it's on Figaro for all time. Josh Bears. So, you know, a real opportunity. Sam J, you're in the hunt. Could you get your name on this belt for a second time? Will somebody else finally be able to take this from me and hold it with pride as much as I've held it and loved it? Or will I become your four-time world champion back to back to back? Because guys, to be the man, you've got to beat the man. And there's only one man that solidifies his chance to at least get a shot at that. And folks, that's me. That's right. Your three-time world champion is in the hunt. Has clinched the playoffs. It's all good. I've got to play at least week 14. Hey, life is good. So, let's look into all you Jabberwockies that are going to be trying to get a shot at this. Here are some playoff scenarios. Here are the playoff scenarios. JB has clinched a playoff spot. He can clinch a first round bye with a win, and then an Eric, Kyle, Sam J loss. So if two of them lose, he pretty much clinches with a win. Eric, Kyle, Sam J are all 7-4, and they will clinch a playoff spot in one of two ways. Either they gotta win, or Dana and John gotta lose. The potential of 3 spots right there with just simple wins. Or if Dana and John both lose, everybody's in. So, hey, mazel tov. Kara and Katie can also clinch playoff spots. So we are potentially looking at every playoff spot being clinched in week 12, with a week left to go for playoff positioning. But all Kara and Katie have to do is win, and John and Dana have to lose. So everything really predicates around John and Dana losing. So John, Dana, nothing personal, except for you, John, it's everything personal. We're hoping you lose. Sam B is currently the only team that cannot make the playoffs. Mathematically, she is officially eliminated. Put the E in there. But now she's going for 7th and 8th. She's going to play for the Dumper folks for the first time in her life. If she loses, or John and Dana win, because then they will solidify at least the 6th, 7th, and 8th team, making everybody below them basically qualified for the Dumper Bowl. The rest of the Scallywags, Travis, Bob, and Andy, will miss the playoffs if they either lose or Katie and Carol win. So, you know, get a loss there and you're out. Or if Katie and Carol can both somehow pull their teams together and win, basically solidifying everybody below out of the playoffs, or the championship playoffs. So for everybody trying to fight for positioning, trying to fight to get a piece of this, it all starts right here, week 12. That actually started yesterday with 3 games. But nonetheless, here is your week 12 preview. Now it's time for the week 12 preview. 3-time world champion is looking to get that first round bye and at least get that 4th finish. Going against Glorious Domination, whose name isn't really coming to fruition. We need to win to stay in the slim hunt for the playoffs. Travis does lead this series 6-4-1. It's the Stanza Bowl, and it's all kinds of implications. It's one of the probably most important games. Katie, Ambulance Base 6-5 versus Timmy Curtin 7-4. Eric wins and he can pretty much guarantee he gets a playoff spot. Katie wins, it keeps her playoff hopes alive. She loses, she's not out. If Eric loses, it's probably going to hurt his chances for a first round bye. So either way, the rest of the weekend is going to be very awkward in the Stanza house and the next 4 weeks afterwards. Come on me bros, 4-7. Favor to win over hashtag 21 more Dadvan 7-4. Just like Travis being 10-1. Kyle also has a pretty dominant series, 7-1. Mathematically, Andy is not eliminated from the playoffs. Still has a slim chance. as we always say, 7's the magic number. He's on the wrong side of the 7, so technically he's probably not going to be in the playoffs. But Amy's trying to do something that he has never done, and that's not play for the dumper. Try to go for that 7th or 8th seed to get a first round bye. Well, Kyle just needs to keep a win to keep up with Eric and Sam J. The Dingo Jay Cutler. The Jay Cutler ain't playing no more. 7-4 versus Moat of Urine 5-6. Sam J leads this series 6-4. This is one of the big ones. This is the one where everyone's rooting for Sam J to make the playoffs because it physically eliminates a ton of other people. So while this game may not look like important, a lot of people have Sam J needing to win this game, except John, who needs to win it to get back to 500. Epic Tailspin is looking to keep her epic spiral upwards and keep moving up the charts. 5-6 versus Suns Out, Guns Out, who's 3-8, who right now is only playing spoilers. She's theoretically the Chicago Bears are just trying to defeat everybody and knock them out of everything. Sam B leads this series 2-1. The funny story is that there's a great possibility that Dana was going to win the Johnny Moxon Trophy with a losing record because she outscores opponents. So that will be pretty cool, except I don't want to lose the Johnny Moxon Trophy. The Ink's going to be playing for the playoffs at 4-7, taking on the team better show up for once at 6-5. Series obviously tied at 2 apiece here. But yeah, Bob somehow thinks he's going to pull it off. He's going to get in there, fight his way back at the top, but we all know it's not true. Bob, try to get that second consolation championship and do what I couldn't do when I lost to Charlie in 2013. Go ahead and get it. Be the first ever two-time consolation champion. Kara, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if Adam's in control of your team, but you need to get it on track. We're getting towards the end. We only got a couple more to go. So here we go. Our fantasy profile for this week, Mr. Not Playoff, Bob. Here is our fantasy profile. This week is Bob, who is currently 3rd between everybody and is in his 5th overall in the 8 years the league's been in existence. Bob has a 54-30 regular season record for a .587. He's 5-8 in the playoffs at .385, giving him a total overall of 59-46 with a .562 average. Bob has what will go down as one of the best regular season records of all time at 12-2. Physically, you cannot really do any better than that. Even if you went 11-2, you still are half game back. You theoretically have to go 12-1 to beat this all-time record, which I don't think that'll ever happen, personally. Just because then back in 2010 we did a 14 league and then played 15-16 playoffs because the bottom 4 didn't play for the playoffs. Whereas I'm Mr. Playoff, Bob most definitely is Mr. Not Playoff. Between 2010 and 2014, he was only 2-8 in the playoffs. In that 2010, when he was 12-2, he lost in the championship game to finish 2nd place. And then he was only 2-8 in those years, including a miraculous 3 0-2 runs in the playoffs. 2015, his luck turned around greatly as he got more wins in one playoff than he did in 5 playoffs prior to that, going 3-0 on his way to a consolation championship. We defeated Eric. Remember, we were all rooting against him because we were like, Bob can't win. Bob can't keep winning playoff games, but he did. He kept winning. And now Bob's on track to do something that no one else has done and become a two-time consolation champion. Go get him, Bob. Well, there you go. There's the video. So, Vagaro for Bavarian Dunkel for JB. I'll see you on the Fantasy Gridiron.